I think I've done a lot of things okay, actually. I think what I would say to all the students here in the room, I would say keep on studying as long as you can. I think having a good study as a basis for the rest of your life is really important. I think the combination of studying and learning languages is very important, especially if you want to work in our industry, right? I think languages is probably the most important thing because it helps you go around the world. You can communicate with people. So I would say, you know, study hard, stay in school as long as you can, because it really gives you a very good base to grow sort of further.
Okay, so we're noted, so stay in school, kids, okay? So can you tell us a little bit about your career highlights to your current position as the president?
Right. Well, first of all, you see on this slide the flags of the countries where I lived, which, you know, I think in our industry, which I really like, is that you can live in different countries, and so you discover different cultures. So you get to know how, you know, people in England think, and people in Greece, and people in Dubai, and, you know, they're all different cultures, which I really liked. So my first job, I was a trainee I did an internship at the Hilton in Amsterdam. And then my first job was in a hotel, was in charge of cleaning kitchens, washing dishes. It's called a chief steward, that would be the name in our industry. And so I did this in Amsterdam, I did this in Brussels, so I'm very good at washing dishes. If anybody needs anybody, I'm sort of specialist in washing dishes and cleaning kitchens. Very good.
Definitely come to you.
Yeah, I'm very good at that. I'm very good at that. And then I had all different jobs in hotels in Brussels. I was then in Greece, where I was general manager in Greece. Then I was in London, back in Brussels. So I was general manager of a hotel in Brussels, where I was washing the dishes before, a couple of years earlier. So I grew up. And typically, I think that's the beauty about working in the hospitality industry, is that by working hard, getting experiences, you can actually grow and make a career, right? So, you know, you can start as a waiter, like I started washing dishes, and grow up to be a general manager later. Oh. And so I was general manager in a couple of countries, and then I was vice president, big title. I was running 20 hotels instead of one hotel. I got 20 hotels, and I remember my daughter asking, "Are they going to pay you 20 times your salary as well?" I said, "No, that didn't really work. That didn't really work like that." And so I grew up. I kept on working hard. I moved different countries. I lived in Germany, and then since the 1st of January 2020, I live in Dubai, and I'm the president for Middle East, Africa, and Turkey. And maybe just a quick note on Turkey. You know, we have a big family feeling in our company, and so maybe just a second to say that we really feel sorry about what's happening in Turkey currently. We have a lot of team members that have lost their families because of the earthquake that we had there. And you know, we're very big in Turkey. We're the largest hotel operator. We have about 70 hotels open and another 30 hotels coming up. So yeah, it's a bit painful for us currently in Turkey.
Yes. So can you tell us what is so special about the Hilton brand, its philosophy and its style?
Right, I think at Hilton, actually there was a guy called Hilton, right? So a guy called Conrad Hilton, and he started this company. So it is it's a family-based company. And if I see now how we run the company, it's still a very family-based culture. So when people start with Hilton, I think everybody will feel very welcome. They feel like a warm bath. You know, we like to take care of people. And a lot of people have been working for Hilton a long, long time. I'm not sure, Andre, our country manager, how long have you been with Hilton, Andre?
16 years.
16 years. So he's a baby. He's a baby. 16 years is nothing. It's a baby. I thought it was more, Andre. I'm a bit disappointed. Hendrik, how long have you been with Hilton? 19. You see, that's better. So I've been with Hilton since I was a trainee in 1989 and started working in 1990. So this year it will be 33 years. So none of you were born, actually, when I started already working at Hilton. So we have a lot of people who stay a long time because we like to educate people. So there's a lot of training opportunities. So if you come and work for a big company like Hilton, we try and educate you. We give you training. We give you possibilities to grow. We give you possibility to move between one country and the other, learn different languages, learn about different cultures. So it is really a company where we like to grow people. And so we still have that family feeling, I would say. That really sets us apart from anyone else.
Okay. So with such big responsibilities such as yourself, we would like to know what motivates you to get up every morning and go to work. Because imagine running one hotel and you have so many under your umbrella. So we would like to know what motivates you.
Well, what motivates me most is people like you. I like to work with young people. I really like to see people grow and make a career, the same as I did. I think that's probably what keeps me going most, to see young people. I try and mentor people as well. So we have a culture in our company where we do mentoring and coaching. So if you would start with us and you would work with us, we would assign people to help you grow so you can learn quicker. I think that's probably what motivates me most. But maybe can we ask some of the general managers here in the room, Andre, you want to go first? What's motivating you every day?
I think what is so great working in hospitality is that no day is like the previous day. So you always have to be ready for a new challenge, something happening, whether it's the kitchens, whether it's operational, whether it's a new market, whether it's being here. So it's never the same. It's a very, very dynamic job.
Yeah. Tom, what keeps you going? Tom just got a baby, so he probably, you want to get out of the house, right?
Yes, out, a little girl, it's good. But I would say I have a similar story to JJ. My motivation comes from my family being in hospitality already. So I grew up in hotels, grew up in resorts, and as a child, a bit like Andre's kids in the resort, I was motivated from that time. So I can say it's really in my blood.
Okay, so can you tell us something about someone that has inspired you, either personally or professionally in your life?
Well, I think, I get inspired by a lot of people, actually. I think I like to copy and paste what I see from certain people. But I think if I have to select one person, it would probably be somebody in sports. I think one of the beautiful things in sports is that people always try and get better. So I'm a big fan of tennis, for instance. So if I look at Roger Federer, I'm not sure anybody knows who that is. It's an old, very old guy that plays tennis. He always got better, and he never gave up. And I think that's something which I really like about people in sports, is they train continuously. They want to get better. You have to improve yourself. And I think that's for us as leaders in the business, and anyone here in the room that actually works currently, but also for the students in the room, I think you always try and motivate yourself to get better at things, right? And I'm not sure, how many times did you do interviews like we're doing today?
I can count on only one hand, so.
We cannot hear.
It's less than five. Less than five.
Right, but you're trying to do better every time.
Yes. Definitely.
So yeah, there you go. So that's what I like about, continuous learning. I think that is important. I think we should all push ourselves to learn every day something new. I think, if you would talk to your neighbor here in the room, you will find out that person knows something that you don't, right? So there's always somebody in the room that knows something that you don't. Yes. And this is very important. So even if you think that you know it all, there's always something that's more to be learned. So I think that's what I like about sportsmen, is that they really try and push and do something new every time.
That is an interesting standpoint, because it is not often that you hear people say that a sportsman is what they look up to. Which leads me to my next question. In your opinion, what makes a good leader? And can you tell us a little bit about your very own leadership style?
Okay, what makes a good leader? Well, let me ask some people in the room, maybe. Henrik, what makes a good leader? And I'll give you my opinion.
For starters, someone who can switch on a mic. Well, I was lucky to start almost 20 years ago, and I was able to work with so many general managers and leaders who inspire me, who push me to be my better self every day. So I truly believe that trying to search for excellence, but also for self-superation, it's one of the most important things that we can do. When it comes to me at the hotel, there's a culture of it's okay to make mistakes, as long as we own them, and it's okay to ask for help, because we're going to give you help. and then we're gonna have a lot of fun together, exceeding expectations. So that's basically what we do.
Yeah, yeah, very good. It's a very good answer. Maybe can I ask Terence, would you mind, Terence, to give us a view on what a good leader is? I think it's nice to hear from the head of the school what a good leader is.
I've been caught by surprise. I was not expecting to answer questions.
That's how it works.
But you see, for me, it's about how you can motivate people to do things that are good. And it's something that is continuous, it never stops, and that will define you from being a leader than being a follower. So I think this is something for you all youngsters in the room to take stock of, and to try to be different and in terms of pushing and helping people. So you have the opportunity now, and I hope that you make good use of it.
Excellent answer, Terence. Thank you. And sorry to catch you like this, but it's an excellent answer because I think a good leader is somebody that gets the most out of the people and gets something out of people that they weren't aware of yet, right? I like to be seen as a leader. I'm not sure I really like that, but the guys can maybe answer. I like to be seen as a leader, or try to be a leader that makes sure you achieve your full potential and a little bit more, right? So I think everybody can reach their full potential if you work really hard, but if you have a really good leader, they can make you excel. So you will achieve a little bit more than you may be expected to achieve. And so that's what I think is a good leader. So I agree with the answers given by the guys, but have some fun along the way, which is very important. But also I think what Terence was alluding to is there's an opportunity as a leader, and this can be a leader at any level, right? It can be a leader at your sports club, in your football team, in whatever games you play, is you have to create a legacy. You have to create something which makes you stand out, right? So what do you do today, tomorrow, in the rest of your life that makes a difference, right? We have one life. We're here to make a difference. So what are you going to do to stand out? How are you going to make sure that you can do something good for other people, that you can do something good for the world? I mean, there's a lot of things that we need to do outside thinking of ourselves, right? There's a bigger goal here to really do something for other people. And I think that's what a leader does, right? Do something for other people, making sure they can excel in their career, making sure they can be sustainable, for instance, in the work they do. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do as leaders, but you want to stand out and make something special.
Definitely. So how do you balance a high-pressure job, a family, and recreation and relaxation? So how do you sort of balance that out?
Well, I don't. No, I'm joking. I'm trying to balance it by, I was in the gym this morning at 7 o'clock. So, I like to do some sports. It's good to clear the head. It's good to focus. And I take my time. I think it's to be present in the moment, I would say. So when you're with family, you are with family. When you're at work, you're at work. And not when you're with family, you don't work. I mean, it doesn't really work like that. So it is finding those moments that you're really trying to separate things. Not always easy. Like Andre says, I'm flying a lot. So, you're not always there at the right sort of moment. But, you have to do your sports. So who of you is doing sports? Nobody else. You guys must do sports. I mean, you're all teenagers. You must do something. Go running, hiking, fishing. Yeah, a little bit. Very important you do sports. Very important for your team spirit, for development, etc., etc. So please do sports. Very important.
So in the line, we heard that you're quite a passionate fisherman. We would like to know if it's true. And if it is there anything else that you're enthusiastic about? Maybe a sport or arts or something?
Yeah, so I like to go fishing together with my friend Andre here. We had a good catch a year and a half ago, actually. A fantastic morning. I love fishing here in the Seychelles. Absolutely. I'm actually not very good at it. The other thing I like to do is golf. I like to play golf as well, which I'm also lousy at, so that's not a very good point either, but
So there's space for you to get better.
There's always space to get better.
Okay, thank you very much, JJ. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
gonna have to hold you for a second, JJ. If you can just come back here. We're gonna have a little chat. I know we've had all the formalities. We've talked about the hospitality. We've talked about people who've inspired you. Now we have a little quick chat together. I've got a few questions the Hilton Group wanted me to ask you.
The Hilton Group wanted you to ask. So
Yes,
you mean Andre?
the Hilton Seychelles, all of them, they've wanted me to ask you. In Seychelles, we say, veillez actions. It means we're just being a little bit nosy about you.
Ça va.
Now, let's start off with this one. Golf or soccer? It has to be fast. Golf or soccer? No thinking. Golf or soccer?
Golf to play, soccer to watch.
Okay, fair enough. Red wine or white wine, JJ? That's a tough one, coming from the
South African
hospitality.
white, French red.
If you were to choose between the two, a red or a wine?
White.
Or white?
White.
White, okay. Are you a dog or a cat lover?
None.
It's okay, he's a fish lover. All right. City or natural environment, JJ?
City.
Oh. Should we send him back home? With all this richness around you.
I mean, if you live in Dubai, which
Yes.
is only sand, right?
Yes.
Here, everything is so beautiful green. So I think I really like this for holidays, but I think
Okay,
for...
let me phrase it this way. Sand or natural environment?
She's really bossy, huh? Have you heard it? I mean, wait.
I'm thinking too. Sand or natural green environment?
Natural green environment.
A round of applause if you got the right answer. Yes, sir. See,
I didn't know there were right and wrong answers, actually. I mean,
movie or theater?
I think the last movie I saw was Harry Potter in 2003. So, theater.
You're not a fan of any of the schools in Harry Potter, are you?
Yeah, I like Hogwarts, but no. Theater.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Let's start with this one, art gallery or shopping mall?
In Seychelles, art.
We're
art
big on
gallery.
shopping in Seychelles.
Art gallery.
Art gallery, specifically in Seychelles.
Yes.
Round of applause for our artists in Seychelles. Well done. We got them right here. Young talents. Okay, since I've heard you're a big fan of golf, Tiger Woods or Rory McIlroy?
Tiger Woods.
Ah, good one. And if you're a fan of fishing, bait fishing or fly fishing?
Big fishing.
Bait fishing? Okay. Last but not least, this is so controversial. La Brise or mango?
La Brise.
Because I'm just keeping my distance in case the tomatoes come this way. All right, but last but not least.
Yes, you know this. It's already the third time you say last question.
Yes, but it just keeps on coming. I'm inspired today.
Right.
Dancing or singing?
None of the above.
No.
No.
No?
I love coming here. Here you have a natural dancing here. You guys are all moving. I'm like, I'm typically white male, impossible to dance. Impossible.
All right, we're going to let you go. Thank you. That was wonderful.
Thank you very
Thank you, JJ. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to hold on a minute. I'm just going to grab my paper and say, I would like to, first of all, we've heard the song from Mosaic, Leve. Everybody leve? Yes. No, pas d'accord. Bon. Tout le monde leve? Yes. I can't hit the back. Tout le monde leve? Yes. Doreen is listening. You don't want her to ask you this question. Tout le monde leve? Yes. All right, mesdames et messieurs, sans tarder, I would like to introduce to you the group Excellence.